Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shrady.
I have my headset now too.
And this is Jeeves. And she also has a headset just like me, so we can both be cute, kawaii cat girls. And also, I left the air conditioner on.
Shit.
So we are going to be checking out a cool Pokemon today that is brand new to Pokemon Go. So,
Briggity brand new.
yes, riggity briggity whatever. It's
Hitty water the boo today. Brand new.
It's brand new. I don't know what the hell we're saying. Either way, so if you're going to enjoy this type of content, I would appreciate it if you left a like. It does help out the channel. And if you're new, subscribe as long as you enjoy the content. I will be streaming 3 times a week now, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern on the gaming channel. Link in the description to that if you want to come check it out. And
Can I say something? We are also working on a very cool project with a very cool people. And those videos are going to start coming out next week on Tuesday and Thursday.
On the gaming channel.
On the gaming channel. And we're excited to show you guys.
Yeah, we're working with a really cool sponsor, and it's very good for us, it's very good for them, and it's very good for you guys because you get more content out of it. So we're going to be playing...
Really cool content.
Yeah, we're getting access to some really cool games, basically, and we'll be playing those on the gaming channel and doing a lot of editing to make sure that the videos turn out very nice, so would appreciate it if you go and check it out. And I have merch now, and... This is my coffee cup now, because the other one was just not big enough. That is now available in the merch store. T-shirts, hoodies, all that kinds of stuff. It does all go to support the channel, so if you want to go and check that out, link in the description as well. Now let's get into it. Shiggity bam!
Intro!
Put it in the montage. Nice sack, bro. Professionalism. I love you all.
Oh God,
that's a big
help
boy.
Me.
That's a big boy. Oh no. So today's featured Pokemon is Falinks.
Those cute Spartan dudes.
Yes, they're basically little Spartan guys. If you don't know what a Falinks is, that is a formation in which Spartans and Roman soldiers would make a big circle or a big line where they would protect their brethren, and their brethren would protect them with their shields so they could stab spears through the shields. But either way, this guy, it's just a pure fighting type, and fighting is one of my favorite typings.
Like the Spartans.
Yes, and so I definitely decided to go with this one first rather than some of the other ones. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I mean, obviously it has a counter, so most Pokemon with counter are pretty good. PvPoke says to run Superpower, but I found that Superpower is a very risky bait move, so I first tried it with Brick Break so that there was no risk to my bait move. But I do think if you are a very good player, then Superpower is definitely the way to go.
I have not seen it in action, and I'm extremely excited because I love these little Spartan dudes.
Yeah, they're kind of cute, aren't they?
They are very cute with their stumpy stompy legs.
Alright, so let's take a look at the team, and yes, go ahead and dislike the video now. I already know what you're thinking. That's right, I put Wallface on my team. Not a spicy team, not a creative team, just a team to see if this little guy could perform as a closer. So obviously a Bastiodon Sableye core is a very strong core that's pretty well known, and then this little guy, I'm hoping he can close for me. Yes, so we have Wallface in the lead with Smack Down, and then we have Flamme Trier and Stone Edgay, and then we have Sableye with Sahado Claw, Hirti, and Failplach. And then we have Falinks.
I want to say this one. I want to say this.
All right.
Counter. Okay, your turn.
Megahorn and Brick. It's getting so bad. It's just skip that part of the video. If you end up, if you're a new person and you subscribe, just skip that part so you don't have to suffer through that because that happens every time. And I'm sorry for your time. All right, let's get right into it. So these first two battles are up against the one and only Home Slice Henry, which if you haven't heard of him, then you should go and check him out. All right, pick up an insanely negative lead here. We're going to switch into our Sableye. This is still a pretty good matchup for Sableye. We're going to take resisted damage from fighting, but Leaf Blade is going to hit very, very heavy, so that hurts a lot.
Yeah, that.
And then the cheesy bastard, the actual cheesy bastard comes in with the Pidgeot. There's a reason Pidgeot is banned, Home Slice. There's a reason. He built a level 51, by the way. Did you know that? But either way, I'm going to go ahead and get to 2 foul plays here.
Two foul plays.
Yeah, fortunately, I have a Bastiodon on my team because Pidgeot is insanely annoying to deal with because of those Feather Dance. 100% chance to double debuff your attack. Absolutely broken. So I come in fully expecting, and honestly, I think he probably... No, Feather Dance makes sense here because because he's going to debuff me. And he's got that Surfetch, and he wants more farm on his Surfetch.
I see you tapping on that Falinks.
Yeah, I'm tapping. I'm missing fast moves because the game is absolutely broken. Wonderful, thank you. Hashtag fix your game, Niantic. And so we're going to shield up this Leaf Blade. I didn't even know at this point how much it did. This was the first battle I did with this thing. He decides to defer a counter onto his last Pokemon.
I can't wait to see this.
And his last Pokemon is a Wallface. A Brick Break coming through. One shield down. I'm going to throw three counters so he can only get 2 Smackdowns in. I'm going to go for this next Brick Break. Obviously, it is a Brick Break, but it is also a Bastiodon. So I'm actually able to get to another one here. He is most likely going to be able to farm me down, which is pretty dangerous.
God, that did a lot of damage.
Because the Smackdowns are resisted and they don't hit that hard on me, I'm going to shield this up and hopefully have a Brick Break ready to throw at the Surfetch. I'm 1 counter away. Can I survive 1 counter? No. I mean, yes, but Surfetch cannot. Surfetch cannot.
That was a pretty sick battle.
GG's home slice. All right.
Yes, GG's home slice. More.
All right, into the next battle up against the same nerd.
Shadow Fortress? No way, I was gonna make it. Okay,
I was just kidding, Home Slice. You're not a nerd. Okay, getting some lag here. Getting some lag. You'll love to see it. This is very scary to be in for both sides here. Flamethrower is easily going to take this thing out. It's double super effective, but this thing also has Earthquake, and I've seen him use it before, so I was ready for the Earthquake. And I think he knows that I knew it had Earthquake, so he went and baited me with a Mirror Shot. I go for the Flamethrower. Now I switch into the Sableye here, and I'm expecting it to get Earthquaked on the Sableye, but no, he does a very nice catch onto a Dugong, which is fine with me. This
nice
is okay.
Sack, bro.
Yeah, nice sack, indeed. Big, nice sack, you know? So we're going to go ahead and just keep on chucking these foul plays. I get to this foul play at the same time that he gets to the Icy Wind, so I'm trying to force a CMP tie here, but he might be over farming. I think that's probably his plan. Yeah, because he wants to... Icy Wind doesn't KO here, but if he goes for a Water Pulse, this should take me out. So it is a Water Pulse. Oh, it doesn't take me out, but he gets 1 more Ice Shard. Now I think I come in with the Bastiodon, because if he has a charge move, I want it to be landed on the Bastiodon. Okay, so he didn't have a charge move. And what's going to be coming in?
Hello?
Alright, Fortress comes in to throw, and I expect this to be an Earthquake, but I'm fine with that. I'm going to leave it all up to Falinks. So Earthquake comes through, double super effective, takes me out. He blind swaps, well, I don't know if he blind swapped, but he swapped into a Whiscash. I'm going straight for the Mega Horn here. This doesn't get stabbed, but it's probably more energy efficient than Brick Break, because, you know, it's Brick Break. That does a lot of damage.
That does a buttload of damage. Oh my god.
He does have enough for a Blizzard here, so I shielded up, but it is just a Mud Bomb, and now I'm like, okay, I gotta farm down, and if this is a Blizzard, then I lose. If it's a Mud Bomb, I have a chance. And it is just a Mud Bomb. I survive that. I farm him down. I have the Brick Break. And I throw this to get the last shield here. This Fortress, I think, is almost energy dry. And I just need to get to another one. And it's a CMP tie. CMP tie for the win. Falinks wins the CMP tie. And that takes out the Shadow Fortress. GG's home slice.
Falinks. He's so cute and he's a badass.
He's cleaning up.
And
that's how I designed the team. Bastiodon, Resist Charm, both my back Pokemon take super effective from Charm. So this next one is up against Running Froggy. So shout out once again to Running Froggy, one of the executive patrons, I believe they're called. All right, I'm picking up a terrible lead here. My whole team can lose to this. Because I'm running a Hundo Bastiodon instead of an XL one, that's actually a poor matchup for me. So he comes in with the Galarian Stunfisk, and I am stupid. I should not have thrown this Flamethrower. Should have just switched into the Falinks right away. But that's okay. I come into the Falinks now, and now it's a true test. Falinks, can you survive an Earthquake? Go for it, buddy. He survives the Earthquake, and I am just going to farm him down. Farm him down. Hell yes.
He survived an Earthquake.
I thought
you said he was glassy.
He is glassy, but, you know, still survived an Earthquake, which is saying something. And then I have no idea what happened there. I didn't do anything. I didn't tap on any switch buttons. No idea what happened there. Game is broken. So just, I don't know. All right, so I come in with my Bastiodon here, and I just want this Venusaur to dump its energy. So Running Froggy, hit me with your best shot. Fire away. All right, so 1 Frenzy Plant comes through. We're getting some lag. You love to see it. And now 2 Frenzy Plants. I'm going to let this come through. This does not KO, but I'm going to be switching into my Sableye and just expecting Sableye to be able to close this out for me. So he's staying in, and he will get to this next Frenzy Plant before I get to my first foul play. And now I'm just going to overfarm and try to throw right before he gets to a next Frenzy Plant here. So I think he was 1 or 2 away from the next Frenzy Plant, so I'm going to throw before I have to shield another one. Let's see if he shields. Does decide to let it go, and the last Pokemon is a Bastiodon, and GG's. There's no way I can pull this one off.
Yeah,
there's no way. So Bastiodon with 1-to-1 shields. My Sableye is almost down. There's no way. The only way I can possibly win this, and I still don't think it's possible, is to sack the Bastiodon. My switch timer is not up yet. There it is. Can I sack? No.
No.
Nope.
You just fed him.
Yeah, so GG's running Froggy. He held on to his energy there, expecting the sack swap, so very nice.
God.
I
You
think
gave him a Happy Meal.
I think even with the sack swap, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get to 2 foul plays, as you can
Yeah.
see there. So GG's running Froggy, very well played. I'm not exactly sure what happened here, but we can watch it back. I haven't watched this back yet, but it's
Shout
something...
out to Ray Ray, by the way.
Yeah, Ray Ray. Shout out to Ray Ray for these battles. By the way, these were done with my patrons here. All right, so we pick up a terrible lead here. That was up against an Obstagoon, and we switch into our Sableye, hoping he switches out, and he actually does, so that's very good. So we have revealed that there's a Galarian Stunfisk, which means I can just safely let this Sableye go down. And if he does decide to bait, by the way, I threw that foul play right when he got to his Earthquake, which is forcing him, hopefully, to shield, but this doesn't KO, so he might not. Yeah, he does not shield, and then I'm ready to let this go. I believe Sableye won't survive an Earthquake here, but he baits me with a Rock Slide, which now I'm just gonna shield and farm it down so I can take back switch. So that's what I usually decide to do when Sableye is almost every team I build. Sableye is just a bait. All right, so he comes back in with the Obstagoon, and did it not look like he switched out there? He switched out with his Obstagoon, or did the other thing go down?
Oh, I kind of missed it. What?
We'll review it in post, and I'll put something on the screen, but it looked like he switched out, but apparently he didn't, because as you can see, I switched out to counter him, and his switch timer was immediately up, and he switched into a Shadow Mewtwo. Maybe I just didn't see it right, because I feel like I didn't see it right just now either. But either way, obviously this is terrible. There's nothing we can do here.
Yeah, poor Falinks, rip.
Yeah, Shadow Mewtwo is going to absolutely destroy me, but I thought his Obstagoon was switch locked in there, which is why I switched into the Falinks. Me and Ray Ray did a rematch after this one. Maybe I just was not looking at it properly, but even then, it looked like he switched into an Obstagoon. I don't know, some kind of visual glitch. I don't know what's going on. I missed 2 fast moves there, as you can see. Just game's not working properly. Game's not working
Niantic,
properly.
fix your game.
Yes,
Hashtag free to play.
Yeah, go hashtag free to play for real, and stay that way until Niantic actually fixes the problems that they refused to fix for the past like year and a half. All right, so either way, there.
Nice snipe.
Yeah, there's nothing I can really do here. Like,
No.
I'm gonna throw this. This will get the shield, but he can just farm me down and then
Yeah.
throw a cross chop head to my Bastiodon. So, GG's. So yeah, I feel like that would have been played out differently if I didn't think his Obstagoon was switch locked in there.
Yeah.
But that's okay. GG's, Ray Ray. We'll see a rematch with him later. All right, so this next battle is up against JR91, another executive patron. So shout out to all my patrons for helping me continue this as a career, because that is definitely something that keeps me going, considering the views have been way down on this channel lately. The Patreon is kind of keeping me grounded a little bit.
Keeping us afloat a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so we pick up a lead against a Shadow Kingdra in the Great League, which is kind of interesting. I'm gonna let this Octazooka come through, and if it gives me a debuff, then I switch out. Oh no, I didn't. I just threw the Stone Edge anyway. You know, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, this is gonna do a lot of damage, even though it's double debuffed, because it is, you know, a Shadow Kingdra in the Great League. I come in with a Sableye, attempting to snipe, but he comes in with the Diggersby and preserves the health. Preserves a little bit of health on the Kingdra.
A bit of health on the Kingdra.
So I bait the return here and trying to get his shield, and he does not shield. I think I just let this come through. Earthquake would not KO here, actually, believe it or not, but he does bait with the Fire Punch, which is fine. I'll actually survive another Fire Punch, so at this point I'm going straight foul play just to get as much damage off as I possibly can. And as you can see, this is a good matchup for Diggersby just because the Shadow Claws are double resisted. And yeah, so Earthquake comes through, that takes me out, and I'm actually kind of glad he went for the Earthquake there because I know he's Energy Dry. Yeah, we come in with the Falinks now. I don't know if I have this one, it really just depends. So this is definitely a Fire Punch. I'm gonna let it come through. Come on, Falinks. It's just a Fire Punch,
It's
okay?
just a Fire Punch, buddy.
It still does a lot, though.
It does a lot, but
For
not
a
as
Fire
much
Punch.
as I expected, because you...
Oh, there's a Kadabra. His last Pokemon is a Kadabra. What an absolute Spice Lord. We go for the Mega Horn. This would one-shot like 3 Kadabras.
Yeah.
I come in with the Bastiodon. His Kingdra does not have enough health to survive the Smackdowns, and now Kadabra has some heavy lifting to do. So I'm gonna let this come through. And as far as I remember, Kadabra doesn't have any like low energy moves. So I'm just gonna come in and go just farm it down with these resisted counters. So these Psycho Cuts are hitting for super effective, but I don't think it matters. I think I can just farm it down with resisted counters. Kadabra is very, very glassy.
Falinks over Kadabra.
Yeah. Massive respect for trying out Kadabra,
massive
though.
respect for trying out Kadabra. That's some spice.
All right, into this next battle up against God damn it, Gizmo Lemieux. All right, so picking up a lead against a thing, the bubblegum guy, bubblegum girl.
Lady, she's a lady.
This isn't really that bad of a matchup for either Pokemon. Usually it's favored for Bastiodon. He does go for the Shadow Ball here, which is fine. Usually when it's Bubble Beam, it's more annoying. He has a very nice sack onto a thing.
Sack, bro.
It is a Vigoroth, which is fine. Now I come in with the Falinks, and again, this is a test to see what Falinks can do. I tried to force a CMP tie there, but my game lagged, and it didn't matter. So now I'm going to farm down. That body slam does a lot.
So much.
But yeah,
but you farmed him all the way down.
Yeah, but that was an attempted force to see him. I pressed Brick Break, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. It just didn't let me do it. So either way, I'm going to go for the Mega Horn. Obviously, Brick Break double resisted. Mega Horn is single resisted. And this Jellicent's going to get a lot of energy here. I go for a Brick Break. This is going to do basically nothing, but maybe he thinks it's another Mega Horn, so I get a shield.
Shield, nice.
So that is ideal. Now we can come in with either one. I believe I reveal the Bastiodon again. No, I come with the Sableye. Alright, so now I'm going to shield this up. Shadow Ball will still do quite a bit of neutral damage here. But I do get baited with the Buble BM.
Oh, no.
And now there's a Dragalge in the back. The Purple Shrimp himself. I'm going to do a catch onto my Bastiodon here.
Nice duck. So
this is still going to do super effective damage. This Aqua Tail, it doesn't do that much though. This is still usually not too bad of a matchup for Bastiodon just because the Smackdowns really add up. So I'm going to go for the Stone Edge, and he does actually a very nice job of forcing a CMP tie here, and I do decide to shield this up because I want to get that last shield here, and my Sableye is going to absolutely obliterate the Jellicent, and Sableye can survive a Shadow Ball even, so, and he actually decides to let it go and leave it all up to the Jellicent, but this Jellicent is going to have a tough time here. Going to have to land a Bubble Beam and a Shadow Ball. That doesn't KO. He gets another one. I got one Shadow Claw takes it out. So G to the G. Very nice. Very nice. All right. So this next battle is up against Dave Exa. Once again, shout out to my patrons for helping me out with this video. All right, picking up a terrible lead. We're gonna be switching here into the Sableye. I did see on PvPoke before this that Falinks actually puts up a good fight up against Politoed. So I'm hoping I can line him up later. All right. So Weather Ball comes through. That does a lot of damage. And he comes in with a Bear Tick. Okay, massive respect. Massive respect. Unfortunately, Bear Tick is not the best Pokemon. No. I've tried it in all the leagues. That foul play did so much. So I'm going to shield this up. I'm going to shield this up.
Somebody just...
Alright, so we're farming down with it. It's unfortunate.
Somebody help that Bear Tick.
Alright, so Blaziken. Okay, he's got a Blaziken. I do have enough for a return. I don't know why I baited here, because I don't think I get to another charge move. Do I? No, I go down. Alright, so should have just gone for the return, but it doesn't really matter. Shielded anyway. And now I come in with the Bastiodon. Bastiodon is still going to be, like, a bit rough here. Taking double super effective damage from the counters. We're doing neutral with the Smackdowns, but they are adding up. And then the Blaze Kick as well as Blast Burn will both hit for neutral. So I'm just going to go for the Stone Edge here. And if he throws, which he does, I'm going to let this come through. Just basically forcing the Blaziken to dump all its energy and, you know, take out my Bastiodon. Alright, so here comes the Politoed. I have to prevent fast moves here because Politoed only takes 4 mud shots to get to a Weather Ball. All he needs to do is get to 2 Weather Balls to take me out. And right here, I have a shield, and I went for the extra counter. I actually forgot how much energy he had, so I was going to go for the Mega Horn, but instead I just decided to throw the Brick Break and hope that it's enough, because I thought that this was a CMP tie, but I think he was 1 or 2 mud shots away from the next Weather Ball. So that was a pretty close match.
Oh, yeah, it was. I love Shadow Politoed, but Falinks just kind of...
Alright, so the next battler is Makarikop.
Makarikop.
Yeah, damn it, I should have asked how to pronounce the name, but it's... Makarikop. Oh, here we go. Okay.
There we go.
Alright, so picking up an insanely positive lead here up against the Shadow Golbat. He comes in with a Medicham, so I'm thinking this might be a double fighter team. So I come into the Sableye. Sableye is obviously going to do very well here. If this is running Psychic and Ice Punch, or I'm sorry, Psychic and Power Punch, this is very dominating for me. If they have Ice Punch, then they could at least hit for neutral, but Psychic is double resisted here, so I'm going to go for the Foul Play, and then we're doing super effective with the Shadow Claws because of that Psychic typing. And, alright, so the next Pokemon that comes in is a Kingdra, and I'm definitely going to be baiting here because most Kingdras like to shield before they get their Octazooka off. But I do expect he's probably going to go for the farm down, but I am able to get to another Foul Play. This is actually going to do a lot to a Shadow Kingdra. Not a common Pokemon in the Great League, to be honest, but it I love Kingdra. I just hate going up against Kingdra.
Yeah, because of the Octazookas.
Yeah, so we're going to go in with the Bastiodon here, expecting... Oh, I come in with the Falinks. Okay, and I'm actually able to farm down. All right, so the Golbat comes in. I remember, I just wanted to get some use out of the Falinks. That's what I was trying to do. So Megahorn and Brick Break are both double resisted here, so it doesn't really matter. But I go for the Megahorn, and I just was like, come on, Falinks, do something, you know?
Falinks, do something.
Unfortunately, it has no play up against the Golbat.
No.
But he's probably going to try to bait me here, but unfortunately, it's... Even a Shadow Ball after like 2 Poison Fang debuffs is still not going to KO. So this Golbat is just a... Oh, poor Golbat. I'm sorry, Golbat.
GG, Golbat.
GG. All right.
You always get the debuff on Octazooka.
I always do.
I never do, and you always do. You get the bad luck.
All right, and the last battle here, once again up against Ray. This is our rematch because I don't know what the frick happened in that first battle, but picking up a very negative lead here. We're going to be switching into the Sableye. Falinks can obviously deal with Empoleon. And then a Ninetales comes out, and what I should have done here is gone for the foul play. Even though I only get to 1 charge move, I would get more farm on my Bastiodon if I went for the foul play, because a smart player doesn't shield that because it doesn't KO. So I definitely should have gone for the foul play just in case he shielded, but not gone for the return because it doesn't KO. And now I'm switch locked in here with an Empoleon, which is, as they say, El No Goodio.
El No Goodio.
So we're going to let all these charge moves come through. Hydro Cannon's going to be doing super effective damage, but that's okay. Falinks can close for us.
Yes, Falinks carry us here.
So we're still switch locked. We switch now. We do get a shield with the flamethrower there, and now there's a Mandibuzz in the back, and here we go. This is a true test right here. We actually CMP tie here. This Megahorn hits for neutral because flying resist and then Dark Take's super effective from. Same with the Brick Break, also hits for neutral. So we land the Megahorn, huge. Now we shield up everything. I don't think Aerial Ace would KO, but we need to save some health here. And I saw a possible win condition here is double shielding the Falinks, building up to another Brick Break and forcing a CMP tie, or not throwing right before he gets to another Aerial Ace, and then forcing a CMP tie with the second Brick Break. Like that way I can take it out and get a shield. So that worked. That worked. And now, all right, Falinks, here it is.
Here we go. Oh. No.
The only win condition was to sack the Bastiodon. That was my only win condition. I saw it too. I saw it. I was like, my win condition is to sack the Bastiodon. And then I was like, how much energy does that Empoleon have? And then by the time that thought was going through my brain,
he done through it.
Yeah, the drill peck took me out.
He done through it.
Oh man, so GG's to all my patrons. Thank you so much for helping me with this. If you want to try Falinks for yourself, it's a relatively inexpensive build, but the second move does cost 75,000, which is a kind of a pain in the ass. But they're spawning around right now, so if you want to go and check it out, we'll give them a catch. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you left a like. If you're new, subscribe as long as you enjoy the content, as there will be much more.
I have a couple things I need to say. One, do not forget about that awesome project that we are working on in the gaming channel.
Seriously,
Tuesday and Thursday next week. And also, Shrady comes to his patrons first to do these battles. And if you want to be a patron, there's a link in the description.
Yes, there is.
Of course, it's not necessary, you know, watching, you know, anytime you click on a video, it supports us, and we want to just thank you guys for that.
Yeah, for real. Like, just watching, commenting, liking, sharing, whatever you guys do.
Anything that boosts us in the algorithm.
Yeah, it all helps. I do want to give an extra special thanks to the patrons, though, because since views have gone down from like 15 to 20,000 views on average, down to like 5 to 6,000 views on average, the money has, you know, fallen down really with it. So the Patreon, my Patreon has been carrying me through this, so I can continue this as a career. So huge shout out to you guys. And huge shout out to everyone who just watches the videos, because that stuff does help us too, you know? Whenever we can just jam our way into the algorithm, that's how to do it. So either way, thank you guys for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Shout out to my patrons: Billy Bravebird, Running Froggy, The North Star, Doug J. Dempsey, Ryan Borowski, Cleric, JR91, Dave Adamson, Draco Bound, Kenneth Allen Reed, DJ Mimsy, Clapton Caveman, King Edward, NZ Tech Free, Austin Gustovic, Darkstone, Moach, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Kodiak Jenkins, Vintage Kish, Kitty Sophie, Kit Kulek, Edward O'Neill, Senor Stacks, Grizzinator, Winterfang, Infamous One, Trey, Brian Dixon, Daniel Timms, Ray Rafik, Braden Seidel, Ankle Weights, Insubin, Mav Smith, Stashu, and Madhouse 655321.